So in my last video, we talked about how your attachment to how somebody should act towards you will only lead to your suffering. Now, this works in relationships, dating, friends, family, whatever. The way that you hold on to how someone should act towards you will determine if you suffer or if you don't. And this is an ancient Buddhist practice that I'm applying to the modern day age. And trust me, the Buddhists have a lot right. But this video is actually going to be how to put that into practice. This is the second video in this series. So if you need to, please go watch the first video where I explain it in more detail. I'm going to link it here and also in the description. I'm explaining in more detail the process, but this is actually going to be how to put it into practice. And we're going to do that today, right now, with a guided meditation. Now, meditation is the best way to put these things into practice because what you're doing is you're giving yourself some time and space to not only understand the process, but actually try it out. That's what meditation really is it's a skill that you build to then become better at that skill. It's practice. That's why we call it practice. And this practice is going to be observation, aware of feelings, aware of emotions, and aware of sensations. So when you are ready, I want you to put the phone down. Find a quiet place where you will not be disturbed. You can also do this meditation if you're washing dishes or cleaning the house. So if you're doing that right now, that's also fine. But go ahead, find a quiet place where you won't get distracted. Sit down, pause this video, and when you're ready, make sure you are not in a position that you are sleepy or laying down, but sitting upright with your back off of a chair. And we'll begin this practice. Now, once you're in position, I want you to know first off how this is going to go down. The first part of this meditation is going to simply be just acknowledging where we are. Then we're going to relax the body piece by piece, almost like a hypnosis. And then we're going to watch. Okay? Then we're going to do it in reverse. And that's how we'll exit this meditation. Shouldn't be more than 10 minutes. Okay? So take 10 minutes out of your day to practice letting go of how you think other people should act towards you and watch the peace that comes. All right, let's begin this meditation now. What I'd like you to do in this moment is simply just acknowledge where you are. This can be done in different ways. You can look around the room. You can listen to the sounds in the room. Is there a humming? Does the room have its own sound? Perhaps you can even hear the silence in the room. Listen to that silence if it's there. And you're just going to acknowledge where you are right now on planet Earth. If you want, you can look at your hand. Remind yourself that you are having this human experience. How old are you? What's your name? Where were you born? These are all things we can do right now just to acknowledge where we are. And now I'd like you to close your eyes and take a large breath in through the nose if you can and fill your lungs all the way up. Keep going, keep going, keep going deep into the diaphragm. And when you're ready, exhale out of your mouth all at once. And then return to a normal method of breathing through the nose or mouth. Now in this meditation, we're going to start to relax the body. And as we go through this process, I want you to always have your anchor. If you get lost, just come back to that anchor. And the anchor that I like to use is feeling the breath come in through the nose, into the mouth, the back of the throat, and into the lungs. Kind of just following that breath. So always have a little bit of awareness, holding on to that anchor as we move on this process. Take a few breaths now just to be familiarized with this anchor. And let's start with the top of the head. Imagine a crown around your head and feel all the different areas on the top of your head. If you're wearing a hat or no hat, is it cold? Is it warm? And on the count of 3, I want you to see if you can actually relax this area, the crown of your head. 1, 2, 3, relax. Maybe you feel a slight change, maybe you don't, that's okay. Just letting that area relax to the best of your ability. And now imagine a ring from your eyebrows to your nose wrapping all the way around your head. And on the count of 3, all those muscles in that area are going to relax. 1, 2, 3, relax. Now, from the nose to the mouth, wrapping all the way around, including the ears and the jaw, we're going to relax this area on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, relax. Keeping our awareness within the breath, returning to the breath for a moment. This will regulate our experience so we don't get too sleepy. Feeling the texture of the breath. And now bringing our awareness to our neck. On the count of 3, relaxing our entire neck while keeping our head upright, but just lowering any tension that we may have in this area. 1, 2, 3, relax the neck. Your mouth may be hanging open at this point. That's okay. Let's take a few more breaths in through the nose or the mouth and just feeling that air coming into the body and out of the body. Staying with it the entire time, keeping our focus on it the entire time. And now we're going to relax the upper torso. This will be the upper chest and the upper back. Wrapping that ring around, feeling the whole part of that body. And on the count of 3, relaxing. 1, 2, 3, relax. Let's do that now to the lower half of the torso. Putting that ring around the body, the lower part of the back. And on the count of 3, we're going to relax. 1, 2, 3, relax. Let's do our entire left arm. 1, 2, 3, relax. And our entire right arm. 1, 2, 3, relax. Let's return to the breath for a few more breaths, anchoring ourselves in this moment. Now to the pelvis. 1, 2, 3, relax the pelvis. And finally, let's do the left upper part of our leg from the hip to the knee on the left side. 1, 2, 3, relax. Now the right. 1, 2, 3, relax. And now let's do the left calf and feet. 1, 2, 3, relax. And the right calf and foot. 1, 2, 3, relax. Oh, that feels good. Now let's just take a deep breath in again and just feel this entire body relaxed. This state of relaxation can be achieved at any time. You can watch this video at any time or do this in your own time and space. But I find having a guide is very helpful. So now what I'd like you to do is simply return to your breath. And watch what happens? Ready? I want you to ask yourself, what is the next thought that you are going to think? And when we ask ourselves that, we find out that there is no thought that comes next. But if you just wait, keeping your attention on the breath, a thought will arise. And what I'd like you to do is simply note that a thought has arisen, see it, acknowledge it, do not push it away, but let it flow past you. Let it flow through you. Let it flow as it naturally does. And return back to the breath. And now if you would like, we're going to try this again. But this time I'd like you to conjure up a thought that has made you uncomfortable. Do this at your own risk and your own pace. But you can think of maybe when someone acted unfairly towards you. Or maybe when someone didn't text you back or ghosted you. Their actions affected you. So go ahead and just think about that. And I want you to notice if any uncomfortable feelings arise, any uncomfortable sensations or thoughts, and simply just notice it. That was just an uncomfortable moment in time, but that's all it needs to be. So we're just going to acknowledge it. This is just a sensation. It is just something that is happening. And we will not let the sankhara dukkha appear. If you watched my last video, you remember that sankhara dukkha is the suffering that we create in our own mind. And we do not have to suffer in our own mind. Life may be uncomfortable at times, but how we react to it depends on how we feel. So just let that uncomfortable sensation be there. And return back to the breath. What we just did, my friends, was a workout for the mind. We just ran a mile in the mind. We experienced something that was uncomfortable to purposefully gain strength for the future in the mind. Now what I'd like you to do is start to wake up the body. We're going to start with our feet and our calves, starting to wake up, getting ready to exit this meditation. Both of our thighs waking up, our pelvis, our lower torso, our upper torso, both of our arms, hands, the neck, the face, the back of the head, and then finally the crown. You may now open your eyes and look around the room. Become aware of where you are, who you are, and what you just experienced. And you can return to this meditation anytime in the future. And remember that meditation is not just rest and relaxation. Meditation is strengthening the mind, clearing the mind of impure thoughts, of impure attachments, and allowing life to just be. I hope you enjoyed this video. And in the next series, or the next part of this series, we're going to discuss how to apply this into other relationships, such as with family members and people we work with. I hope this was helpful. If you guys like this video, please feel free to subscribe. And once you do, hit the notification bell, because I will be posting that next video very soon. May you be well. Thanks for watching.